includes Rebecca Long-Bailey, who's our Shadow Secretary of State for Business, and who will be speaking tomorrow in conference. Also Bill Esterson, who's our Shadow Minister for Small Businesses. And one of the things we're very passionate about is small businesses and the role that they play in driving our economy, in giving them this kind of support, both in terms of government policies, but also in terms of infrastructure, in terms of broadband, in terms of transport infrastructure, in terms of the Small Business Commissioner that is going to support small businesses. And particularly, one of the reasons this event is so important is because I've got a whole suite of industrial strategy policies to support businesses, but one of the things that it differentiates our industrial strategy from the government's, apart from the fact that the government's is just glossy photographs with 16-point type and no actual real investment, is that we're not focusing on the high-tech industries. And I say that as an engineer myself. The Theresa May loved to be photographed with robots and with with high-tech industries. We recognise that's very important. We are driving investment in that, but we also recognise that actually the biggest employer of people in this country is the retail sector. If you're going to transform the economy to work for the many, not the few, if you're going to increase productivity, address our productivity gap, and if you're going to put technology at the service of working people, the retail sector is a leading part of that. It's one of the areas where we have the lowest levels of productivity, have the highest levels of employment, and we have some of the lowest levels of wages. So we have a large number of policies to support the retail sector, including, for example, a retail catapult, so that technology and productivity can help transform retail for the better. It's not about robots destroying jobs. It should be about robots helping people to do more interesting jobs. And we've also got a 5-point plan for retail, because that plan includes better broadband, business rates review, support a more equal playing field between the Amazons and whose tax how can I put this politely? Whose tax returns don't always match their profits, and small retail businesses who are the very kind of driving forces and centres of their communities, and whose support from government doesn't always match their contribution to it. So you have a number of policies around that, but we also I think we need to look at the way in which the high street is going to evolve, because the fact that technology is changing how people buy things does not mean that people don't want to congregate and come together. And that's why we need to invest in the high street, invest in local communities, and support high street and retail going forward, which not only matches people's desires and aspirations, but provides good quality, high-skill, high-wage jobs across our towns and regions. So thank you very much for that.